I want you guys to mark your calendars and remember today, because this day is the day. This is the moment. And Terence Bud Crawford, he just planted the flag that moment. It's the boxing revolution.
Ain't paying your ass shit.
Terence Crawford, the man many consider the true pound-for-pound king, has drawn a line in the sand that nobody expected. He's not signing off on that $300,000 fee, and he's definitely not offering an apology. For Bud, this isn't about a check, a fine, or a sanctioning body's demands. This is about principle. It's about respect. He's standing toe-to-toe with the system, fully prepared to take whatever comes next just to show that his integrity isn't something you can price or pressure.
It's free! How you love that? $180,000 free. How much your belt cost? I wonder, how much your belt cost? Huh? I don't see no receipts on your belt. It's crazy. Y'all be having so much taxes on these belts. You got some nerves. It's crazy that you can sit up there and have all these belts. You know, you got the WBC silver, the WBA intern, the whatever belt y'all got, and you taxing these fighters every time they fight, and you claim that you for these fighters. You're not for these fighters. You probably worse than the promoters. But hey, I wish you the best, you know? I wish you the best, you and your company.
The headlines hit like a bomb this morning. Terence Crawford has been officially stripped of his WBC super middleweight title. But if you think this is some basic paperwork issue or a simple missed deadline, you're not seeing the bigger picture. This isn't clerical, it's a revolt. Crawford didn't just get his belt taken. He practically hurled it back at them with a viral message that ripped the mask off boxing politics. He exposed the greed, the power plays, and the ugly machinery behind the scenes. This isn't a champion being punished. This is a champion calling out the system.
Mauricio, I appreciate you. Because everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay. It happens, you know? But if you a real fan of the sport, you would have, said congratulations instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting. But listen though, you should have took the money, and you should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion. As your champion, the WBC champion. The undisputed champion at that. But you want to make it about you. You want to say, oh, well, you stripped me. Like, I've been stripped before. The IBF just stripped me when I was at 147. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered the undisputed champion. I'm still the champion in the division. Because you know why? The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby. That's the #1 belt in the division. That trumps all belts.
To really understand why Crawford is this fired up, you have to look at things from the angle of the man who ultimately stripped him, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman. And according to the WBC, they believe they were actually the ones doing Crawford a favor. Normally, when a fighter wins a massive unification bout, the sanctioning bodies take their cut, usually around 3%. On a $50 million payday, that fee would be enormous, easily pushing past $1 million mark just for the right to hold a green belt. But Suleiman insists he stepped in to help Crawford. He claims the WBC agreed to reduce that fee to just 0.6%. In their eyes, asking for roughly $300,000 from a $50 million purse wasn't greed. It was a discount, a we got your back type of gesture, SO from their side. They were waiting for Crawford to acknowledge the arrangement and send the fee over. Instead, they got nothing. No payment, no call, no response. And once the deadline passed with zero movement, Suleiman went public, framing the situation as more than just unpaid dues.
We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved.
Terence Crawford, on the other hand, sees that so-called favor as nothing more than a shakedown in disguise. In a video that's already blowing up across social media, Crawford stares straight into the camera with raw frustration. No script, no PR filter, just pure honesty, and his message is blunt. Why is the WBC acting like they're different from everybody else? Crawford explains that he already paid sanctioning fees to the IBF, the WBO, and the WBA without a single issue. Those groups took their percentage and kept it moving. But the WBC? They were the only ones demanding more. He fires off the question fans have been repeating all day. What makes you so special? Crawford accuses the organization of letting ego drive the decision, acting as if their belt and their names sit above every other governing body. In his eyes, this wasn't a discounted fee at all. It was an extra tax slapped on because they knew he walked away with a massive payday. And Crawford wasn't having any of it. He made it clear he wasn't paying a premium just because the belt is green, and he wasn't apologizing for refusing to play along.
You know, I see Mauricio, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? Then he gonna tell me I ain't even apologize? Like, who the fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any of the other sanctioned bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. Fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. Who you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanctioned bodies agree to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt.
Crawford's rant takes a much heavier turn when he moves past the dollar amount and goes straight at the system itself. This is where the argument stops sounding like a business disagreement and starts feeling like a rebellion. He lays out the harsh truth of boxing with no sugarcoating. He is the one stepping into the ring, taking punches, risking concussions, long-term damage, and everything that comes with a fighter's career. Meanwhile, the people demanding these fees aren't anywhere near the danger. They're sitting in VIP sections, making decisions from conference rooms, and enjoying lifestyles funded entirely by the fighters putting their bodies on the line. Crawford paints a vivid picture. The sanctioning bodies flying first class, staying in luxury hotels, eating gourmet meals, while fighters are the ones paying the physical price. To him, it feels less like a fee and more like a tax imposed by a system that's forgotten who actually bleeds for this sport. He compares it to a broken government structure, where the people doing the work are squeezed so the people in power can live comfortably. And when he fires off that charged line, you better slap yourself. It's not just an insult. It's the voice of every fighter who's ever felt used, unheard, or undervalued at that moment. The story stops being about $300,000. It becomes a demand for respect, for the sacrifices, for the danger, and for the humans behind the highlight reels.
It don't even make sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You or nobody else. You or nobody else. So why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. If you want to be truthful, you should be paying me. I don't see it. It irks my nerves how this dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head, and every time we step foot in the ring, we gotta pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed. It's crazy.
Perhaps the most damaging blow in this entire situation, at least from the WBC's perspective, is how brutally Crawford devalues their belt. For decades, the green strap has been sold as a crown jewel of boxing, the symbol every fighter supposedly dreams of lifting above their head. But in just a few minutes on camera, Crawford reduces it to nothing more than a shiny accessory with an oversized price tag. He tells them flat out, if they want it, they can come take it. To him, it's just metal and leather, a burden that costs more to keep than it's worth. And then he drops the real bomb. Crawford says the only belt that by praising the ring belt while dismissing the WBC's. Crawford is sending a message that hits the boxing world right in the stomach. You don't need to pay an alphabet organization to be recognized as great. For the WBC, that's a nightmare. It suggests their prestige isn't earned in the ring. It's purchased through fees, dues, and paperwork. And coming from a pound-for-pound superstar, that kind of criticism doesn't just sting, it threatens the entire business model.
Since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit, fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanction bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanction bodies agree to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in the fucking ring?
Terence Crawford believes the WBC's timing is no coincidence, pointing directly at Canelo Alvarez as the reason behind the mess. He argues that the same organization demanding $300,000 from him is the one that protected Canelo for years, especially during the David Benavidez situation, where Benavidez stayed the mandatory challenger for 2 full years without ever getting his title shot. According to the rules, Canelo should have been stripped long ago, yet the WBC let him keep the belt with zero pressure, zero deadlines, and zero consequences. To Crawford, it's proof of blatant favoritism. If you're Canelo, the rules bend, but if you're Crawford and you refuse to pay up, suddenly the system snaps into strict mode.
Now, since Canelo is no longer a belt holder coming into his next fight, a fight that's still expected to make a lot of money due to Canelo's popularity and ongoing contract with Riyadh season, this means that for the first time in 7 years, not a single sanctioning body will benefit from Canelo's earnings. So the sooner Canelo becomes champion again, the better for them. But for the time being, they'll have to rely on Terence Crawford as their sanctioning fee provider. These sanctioning bodies make a lot of money from Canelo being their champion. Like, why did you think there wasn't any pressure coming from them when Benavidez was Canelo's mandatory? It's because if Canelo lost, then they'll have to rely on Benavidez and his $7 million purses. And if they decide to bully and pressure Canelo, and Canelo says, you know what, screw it, and decides to vacate the belt instead, then it's the same thing. They lose the benefit of a Canelo payday.
The moment Crawford won that same belt, he was stripped almost immediately over a fee dispute. And to him, the double standard is painfully obvious. He sees it as pure favoritism, a petty response from an organization upset that he derailed their golden goose. In Crawford's view, Suleiman and the WBC were quietly rooting for Canelo all along. And now that he beat the cash cow, they're punishing him by suddenly enforcing rules they ignored for the Mexican superstar. The whole situation paints a picture of a system that isn't just flawed, but rigged, where the rule book only applies to fighters the organization doesn't favor.
Had an issue with the WBC this morning. They stripped him at 168 pounds. He was complaining about sanctioning fees and things like that. Just what are your thoughts on that whole issue?
¿Cuál es tu opinión de lo que pasó con Terence Crawford después de la mañana, que lo dejaron sin el cinturón de la CMB por no pagar la tarifa del cinturón?
Bueno, es algo que se tiene que cumplir, como el protocolo de antidopaje con BADA, pero bueno, él sabrá por qué no quiso pagar.
Look, it's something that like it just has to be done, like any protocol, like BADA, for example, right? So it is what it is.
Before we paint Crawford as the perfect martyr, there's a twist the supporters might be overlooking. As the internet continues to debate this fallout, sharp-eyed fans on platforms like Reddit have highlighted a detail about that $300,000 fee. According to multiple reports, a large portion of that money, allegedly around $225,000, wasn't even going to the WBC's pockets. It was earmarked for their charity fund supporting retired boxers. And this right here is where the conversation takes a completely different turn.
This is exactly what we're talking about. Fighters, don't adhere to these rules, don't pay these fees, like don't do it, don't fall for it. And then I see in the middle of the show, Nick Khan is on Pat McAfee's show kind of saying the exact same thing. Saying that, like, look, this is a perfect example as to why. I think the quote was something like, what was the quote? I saw it here moments ago. Golly, I saw it. Does anyone have it? There was
the quote is, what we're looking to do with the Muhammad Ali Revival Act is presenting a different option for boxers. We'll have our own ranking systems and the champion will fight the number one contender. Let's do things in a credible way. So they're trying to like organize it in a way that, you know, there's one singular belt, there's a ranking system, UFC style.
This adds a layer of complexity to the drama. The WBC runs a program aimed at helping former champions who have fallen on hard times, often grappling with health issues or poverty. If the fee was indeed earmarked for that cause, Crawford's refusal to pay could be framed not just as a stand against corporate greed, but potentially as a refusal to support the pioneers of the sport. While the WBC hasn't publicly emphasized this angle, it represents a counterpoint that could damage Crawford's reputation if the public perceives him as withholding funds that might aid struggling fighters. Yet, the fallout extends beyond one belt or fee. It signals a shift in boxing's power dynamics. During his rant, Crawford explicitly references Turki Al-Alshik, the Saudi advisor injecting massive capital into the sport to make mega fights happen. In doing so, he suggests that the traditional sanctioning bodies, with their fees and politics, are becoming increasingly obsolete. Crawford expresses hope that this new influx of leadership and money will cleanse the sport of figures like Sullivan, whose actions undermine boxing, effectively calling for a revolution. He's betting that in this era of super fights and direct massive paydays, fighters hold a leverage, and that the WBC needs them more than they need it.
Turkey, I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done so we can all see, you know, people face like this guy, you know, go away from boxing because they ruin the sport with all these antics that they do. You know, they got they ranking systems when people be mandatories for years, like Benavidez. You know, they don't strip these fighters, but I give credit to the IBF. They stripped me. They ain't even give me time. They stripped me, pop me. Even though I wasn't, you know, coming back down the weight, but, you know, they handled their business. They did what they were supposed to do. The WBC, you ain't never see them strip no Canelo.
So where does this leave us? Officially, the record books will note that Terence Crawford was stripped of the WBC super middleweight title in December 2025. But as Crawford himself laughed into the camera, history has already been made, baby. No matter who holds the green belt, they can't erase the footage of him defeating Canelo, nor the legacy he cemented in the ring. Proof that true accomplishment transcends any piece of metal or organizational decree.
Oh, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Hey, oh, this Terence Crawford is going on. But they all missing it. He missing it too. This ain't about no damn WBC. I'm gonna keep the buck with you. Oh, I want y'all to think, man. I told y'all, this the channel to make y'all think. This about Hamza Siraj. It's about him getting a strap. That's what this is about. Whose guy is that? Who guy is that? Think about it. That's what this is about. It ain't about the money. It's about Hamza Siraj. It's about Siraj getting that belt. Yeah, without having to go through Crawford. That's what this is about. Oh, think about it. Anyways, that's my time. Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. And I'm out.
Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.